Good morning. Welcome to the Millionaire Book Club. My name is Pearlie Hunter. Side effects of tapping in with me every single morning do include personal development, mindset transformation, paradigm shifts, and the ability to think your way to success. So drop me something that you're grateful for in the chat. I'm super grateful for you. Super grateful for this day. Super grateful for my life, my children, my spouse, my parents, my work family, my soul family. I'm grateful for my ancestors. I'm grateful for my guides of the highest truth, love, and compassion. I'm grateful for the universe. I'm grateful for another day to be alive, to serve in my purpose, to learn something new, to shift my paradigm. I'm just super grateful for everything. I'm grateful that I'm turning 31 this week on the 24th, on Thursday. I'm grateful that the new moon is on my birthday and it's like a Reiki session that day that I'm excited about attending. It's this stock training that I'm excited about attending. All of this good stuff happening on my birthday. I'm just super grateful, super blessed, super excited for what lies ahead. That's it. Like really just full of gratitude for everything. It's been like miracles happening in my life just every day. So good. And I'm like, what did I do to deserve this? But I know what I did every day. I've been real intentional about the energy that I give. I've been real intentional about everything, the way I think, the things I speak. Am I perfect? Not at all. Right. But it doesn't matter it's not about perfection. It's about knowing what's right and doing it, right? To know and not do is to not know at all. So Barb said, I am so grateful. I'm grateful for the Millionaire Book Club. I'm grateful for God. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my son, my daughter, and my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren. And I am so grateful that it's like whatever I put out in the universe, they're coming to pass. Listen, so I am just so excited and I am grateful. That's amazing. You manifesting. You are in alignment, Barb. I love it. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy for you. I know that that's a beautiful feeling. Like I know it feels wonderful because I feel it as well, right? Awesome. All right, let me see. Let's get this daily. Oh, I like this T quote. It say, there is pleasure in the pathless woods. There is pleasure in the pathless woods. All right, let's do the word for the day. June 22nd. Happy summer, everybody. Yesterday was the first official day of summer. Happy summer. All right. The daily word for the day, Tuesday, June 22nd, is forgive. When I forgive another, I free myself. Occasionally, I may become aggravated or upset over the actions of another. My reaction may lead me to say or do something that I later regret. The words of Jesus remind me to forgive over and over again, as often as necessary. This is not to free others of their responsibilities. Rather, it is to free me from carrying the burden of resentment. When I forgive, I free myself. Who I am is greater than what I have done. The same is true for all others. Remembering this keeps me from holding on to pain and allows me to be more accepting of others and even of myself. I forgive others for their actions and words, and I forgive myself for my reactions and my words. As I forgive, I am set free. How often should I forgive? As many as 7 times, Jesus said to him. Not 7 times, but I tell you, 77 times. Matthew 18:21-22. Okay. So that is that. Forgive. Forgive everybody. Forgive yourself. Forgive other people. Don't hold those transgressions inward. That's negative vibrations. That's negative frequencies that we know we don't need up in our garden, right? Our garden, the garden in our mind is nice, is cultivated, is clean, is well taken care of, is loved, right? It's tended to well. So we don't want to be holding animosity or transgressions against somebody else for something they did, right? They're going to have to pay for what they did, not you. You can't make anybody pay for anything. Forgive them to free yourself. Okay. Good morning, Crystal. How you doing, Queen? Good morning, Bobby. How you doing, King? Welcome. I am grateful for just letting things go. I am grateful for everything. Yes, release. Release, Crystal. This is a good time to be releasing, out with the old, in with the new, allowing some new doors to be open to you. That's great. Release. That's a good thing. All right. Let's pull a cord. Let's pull a card. I can't believe we're about to be done with our, 8th book now? 8th book. We're going to be starting our 9th book, Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. Our 9th book of the year. Wow. I don't know the last time I read 9 books in a long time. How many books do y'all read on average outside of the Millionaire Book Club? Drop it in the chat. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube page, subscribe to the YouTube. It's I Coach Wealth. If you're watching this live on YouTube, or if you go back and watch the replay, interact, okay? Tell me what you're grateful for. Tell me what you're grateful for. I will go back and read your comments. Let me know how many books you normally read in a year. 2? Yeah, I'm about the same, maybe even less, because I feel like I was in school for so long that once I got done with school, I feel like I was on some type of, I don't know, rebellion. Like I was rebelling against education a little bit. Like, you know what? I'm free. I'm free now. I've been in school since, kindergarten through 2 bachelor degrees. I was like, oh, I'm free. But yeah, I'm loving like all of this education. I'm loving getting back into books really, really heavy. And that's what the book club was for, right? To keep me accountable, to expose other people to this awesome information. These cards ain't playing with me today. Every day they do this though. Okay. Always do your best. Stay in the present moment. It's really pretty. It's really fitting for this season that we just entered into, right? The summer season. Nice, pretty butterflies, pretty flowers. Always do your best. Stay in the present moment. Keep your attention on today and stay in the present moment. This is the beginning of a new understanding, a new dream. Okay. And then be impeccable with your word. Seek to know the truth. Seek to know the truth. Oh, I feel like this is a real divine card too. Seek to know the truth. That's all we doing here in the Millionaire Book Club. We seeking, we searching inside of these books, right? And we finding out the truth. The truth for us, right? Everybody, we all don't have to come to the same. We will, because we reading the same stuff, but we really all don't have to believe or think the exact same ways, right? We know this. Everybody forming their own world, but at least we are seeking the truth, right? We can tell, we can sense that something is not right. The whole story not being told. So seek to know the truth. When you hear an opinion and believe it, you make an agreement and it becomes part of your belief system. The only thing that can break this agreement is to make a new one based on truth. Good morning, Dina. Welcome, Queen. Only the truth has the power to set you free. Okay? So seek to know the truth. I need the truth. I'm ready to read. Chapter 5 is what we read in today. If I say something that resonates with you, drop a MOC in the chat. MOC means moment of clarity. It just means that you heard something new, something that you never heard before. You had like a light bulb moment, or you just heard something that made so much sense, something that's resonating with you a whole lot. Okay. MOC. So chapter 5 is on page 159, and it's called The Coin of Heaven. The Coin of Heaven. Does a firm persuasion that a thing is so make it so? And the prophet replied, all poets believe that it does. And in ages of imagination, this firm persuasion removed mountains. But many are not capable of a firm persuasion of anything. And that's William Blake, Marriage of Heaven and Hell. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Romans 14:5. Persuasion is an inner effort of intense attention. To listen attentively as though you heard is to evoke, to activate. By listening, you can hear what you want to hear and persuade those beyond the range of the outer ear. Speak it inwardly in your imagination only. Make your inner conversation match your fulfilled desire. What you desire to hear without, you must hear within. Okay? What you desire to hear without, you must hear within. Well, we've been talking about this whole book, right? Embrace the without within and become one who hears only that which implies the fulfillment of his desire. And all the external happenings in the world will become a bridge leading to the objective realization of your desire. Your inner speech is perpetually written all around you in happenings. Learn to relate these happenings to your inner speech, and you will become self-taught. Okay? By inner speech is meant those mental conversations which you carry on with yourself. They may be inaudible when you are awake because of the noise and distractions of the outer world of becoming, but they are quite audible in deep meditation and dream. But whether they be audible or inaudible, you are their author and fashion your world in their likeness. Okay? So, the inner conversation. Y'all know what I'm talking about, what they talking about in here. Inner conversation, right? You can be in your head right now thinking something totally different. Whatever you're thinking, make sure it's of good quality, especially whatever you're thinking about yourself, okay? There is a God in heaven, and heaven is within you. That revealeth secrets and maketh known to the king in something. I'm not saying his name, y'all. I'm going to mess it up. What shall be in the later days? Thy dream and the visions of thy head upon thy bed are these. Daniel 2:28. Inner speech from premises of fulfilled desire is the way to create an intelligible world for yourself. Observe your inner speech, for it is the cause of future action. Inner speech reveals the state of consciousness from which you view the world. Make your inner speech match your fulfilled desire, for your inner speech is manifested all around you in happenings. If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man and able also to bridle the whole body. Behold, we put bits in the horse's mouth that they may obey us, and we turn about their whole body. Behold also the ships, which though they be so great and are driven by fierce winds, yet are they turned about with a very small helm. Whithersoever the governor listeth, even so the tongue is a little member, and boasteth great things. Behold how great a matter a little fire kindleth. James 3:2-5, right? That was just real hard to understand, right? That's straight from the Bible. The whole manifested world goes to show us what use we have made of the word. Okay? The whole manifested world, everything that we have in our outer world, has gone to show us what we have made of the word or inner speech. An uncritical observation of our inner talking will reveal to us the ideas from which we view the world. Okay? An uncritical observation of our inner talking will reveal to us the ideas from which we view the world. Inner talking mirrors our imagination. and our imagination mirrors the state with which it is fused. If the state with which we are fused is the cause of the phenomenon of our life, then we are relieved of the burden of wondering what to do, for we have no alternative but to identify ourselves with our aim. Hold on, I lost. Oh, and inasmuch as the state with which we are identified mirrors itself in our inner speech, then to change the state with which we are fused, we must first change our inner talking. Okay? It is our inner conversations which make tomorrow's facts. It is our inner conversations which make tomorrow's facts. Okay? Put off the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Put on the new man, which is created in righteousness. Ephesians 4:22-24. Our minds, like our stomachs, are whetted by change of food. Quintilian said that. Our minds, like our stomachs, are whetted by change of food. Stop all of the old mechanical, negative inner talking and start a new positive and constructive inner speech from premises of fulfilled desire. Okay? From premises of fulfilled desire. So instead of counting yourself out before you even start, tell yourself you already have what you seek and what you desire. To determine the action, you must consciously initiate and control your inner talking. Construct a sentence which implies the fulfillment of your aim, such as, I have a large, steady, dependable income consistent with integrity and mutual benefit. Okay, that's an example. Or, I am happily married, I am wanted, I am contributing to the good of the world, and repeat such a sentence over and over until you are inwardly affected by it. Our inner speech represents in various ways the world we live in. Okay? Our inner speech represents in various ways the world we live in. So y'all see how with all of his sentences, he basically said, I am, right? I am. Putting those two together. I am. Not I will be, not none of that. I am. Okay? So I have me one that I say every day already, a little affirmation. And it's basically, I am so happy and grateful now that my primary source of income is made through trading in the financial markets, right? And I just say this over and over and over again in my head all day, right? A lot. I am so happy and grateful now that my primary source of income is made through trading in the financial markets. I am so happy and grateful, right? So construct you a speech, right? A little rhetoric, whatever, to tell yourself, right? To assume the wish fulfilled. It works, y'all. I'm telling you. In the beginning was the Word. John 1:1. That which ye sow, ye reap. See yonder fields. The sesamum was sesamum. The corn was corn. The silence and the darkness knew. So is a man's fate born. The Light of Asia. Ends run true to origins. Those that go searching for love only make manifest their own lovelessness. And the loveless never find love. Only the loving find love. And they never have to seek for it. D.H. Lawrence. Man attracts what he is. The art of life is to sustain the feeling of the wish fulfilled and let things come to you, not to go after them or think they flee away. Observe your inner talking and remember your aim. Do they match? Does your inner talking match what you would say audibly had you achieved your goal? The individual's inner speech and actions attract the conditions of his life. Through uncritical self-observation of your inner talking, you find where you are in the inner world And where you are in the inner world is what you are in the outer world. Okay, MOC. Where you are in the inner world, let me see, through uncritical self-observation of your inner talking, you find where you are in the inner world. And where you are in the inner world is what you are in the outer world. Okay? So that basically the inside, outside, right? And that's why they say if you got a lot of stuff going on outside that you don't really like, that you don't understand, it's starting within. So you have to change within. You have to change the way you're thinking. You got to change the way you're speaking, right? You got to change your feelings ultimately, because your feelings is what's attracting your vibrations. Your feelings is your vibration and your energy. Okay. You put on the new man whenever ideals and inner speech match. In this way alone can the new man be born. Inner talking matures in the dark. From the dark, it issues into the light. The right inner speech is the speech that will be yours were you to realize your ideal. In other words, it is the speech of fulfilled desire. I am that. Oh, I'm like, Barbara, you a C. Oh, MOC. Okay. MOC for the queen. I am that. There are two gifts which God has bestowed upon man and man alone, and no other mortal creature. These two are mind and speech. And the gift of mind and speech is equivalent to that of immortality. If a man uses these two gifts rightly, he will differ in nothing from the immortals. And when he quits the body, mind, and speech will be his guides. And by them he will be brought into the troop of the gods and the souls that have attained to bliss. That was in Walter Scott's translation, Hermetica, Volume 1, page 231, Oxford University Press, 1924. Okay. The circumstances and conditions of life are outpictured inner talking, solidified sound. Inner speech calls events into existence. Inner speech calls events into existence. In every event is the creative sound that is its life and being. All that a man believes and consents to as true reveals itself in his inner speech. It is his word, his life. Try to notice what you are saying in yourself at this moment. Okay? What are you saying to yourself in this moment, at this moment? To what thoughts and feelings you are consenting? They will be perfectly woven into your tapestry of life. To change your life, you must change your inner talking for life, said Hermes. Is the union of word and mind. When imagination matches your inner speech to fulfill desire, there will then be a straight path in yourself from within out. And the without will instantly reflect the within for you. And you will know reality is only actualized inner talking. Okay? You will know that reality is only actualized inner talking. Right? So the way, and we already know, we learned this because that our inner talking probably is basically our consciousness, right? The way we feel, the things we feel we are worthy of, the things we feel that we can have, right? Some people don't feel like they can have good things because of where they came from, because of things they've done, right? And so they limit themselves in their mind first. They limit themselves in their mind. And just like you can limit yourself in your mind, you can free yourself in your mind, okay? Receive with meekness the inborn word, which is able to save your souls. James 1:21. Every stage of man's progress is made by the conscious exercise of his imagination, matching his inner speech to his fulfilled desire. Because man does not perfectly match them, the results are uncertain while they might be perfectly certain. Persistent assumption of the wish fulfilled is the means of fulfilling the intention. As we control our inner talking, matching it to our fulfilled desires, we can lay aside all other processes. Then we simply act by clear imagination and intention. Okay? Clear imagination and intention. We imagine the wish fulfilled and carry on mental conversations from that premise. Through controlled inner talking, from premises of fulfilled desire, seeming miracles are performed. The future becomes the present and reveals itself in our inner speech. To be held by the inner speech of fulfilled desire is to be safely anchored in life. Our lives may seem to be broken by events, but they are never broken so long as we retain the inner speech of fulfilled desire. All happiness depends on the active, voluntary use of imagination to construct and inwardly affirm that we are what we want to be. Okay? We match ourselves to our ideals by constantly remembering our aim and identifying ourselves with it. We match ourselves to our ideals by constantly remembering our aim and identifying ourselves with it. We fuse with our aims by frequently occupying the feeling of our wish fulfilled. It is the frequency, the habitual occupancy, that is the secret of success. The more we do it, the more natural it is. Okay? And he's talking about going into your imagination, creating, right? Co-creating with the source, using the power that you have. All right, where I'm at. Fancy assembles, continuous imagination fuses. It is possible to resolve every situation by the proper use of imagination. Our task is to get the right sentence, the one which implies that our desire is realized, and fire the imagination with it. Okay? What do that mean by fire the imagination with it? Repeat it over and over and over again. Like I told y'all my affirmation, I'll sit here in my head. I'm doing it right now, actually. I know I can sit here in my head and just speak it over and over and over again, right? 108 times is a good start. Like if you can say something 108 times, that's good because by 108, it's entered the subconscious, okay? Okay. Our task is to get the right sentence, the one which implies that our desire is realized, and fire the imagination with it. All this is intimately connected with the mystery of the still small voice. Inner talking reveals the activities of imagination, activities which are the causes of the circumstances of life. Okay? As a rule, man is totally unaware of his inner talking and therefore sees himself not as the cause, but the victim of circumstance. Okay? The victim of circumstance. How many people do you know is sitting around mad at life, right? Feeling like victims to their circumstance. And they really not doing nothing to change it, right? They not speaking positive. They not putting out positive energies and frequencies so they can attract that back to them. Instead, they doing the complete opposite. They basically signing themselves up for more of what they don't want because they negative. They complaining about the situation all the time. They mad at the world. They mad at the president, the governor. They mad. You know what I'm saying? Like those people are victim of their circumstances, and their inner speech is creating the world that they experiencing, right? Same for you and me. Our inner speech is creating this world that we are experiencing, and it can get greater as we get greater, right? It will. It's getting greater. Okay. To consciously create circumstance, man must consciously direct his inner speech, matching the still small voice to his fulfilled desires. He calls things not seen as though they were. Romans 4:17. Right inner speech is essential. It is the greatest of the arts. It is the way out of limitation into freedom. Ignorance of this art has made the world a battlefield and penitentiary where blood and sweat alone are expected, when it should be a place of marveling and wondering, right? Do that sound familiar to y'all? It sounded so familiar to me, right? Work, 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 work. That's all we've been programmed to do, right? Work, work, work hard too. You got to get a job. You got to work hard, okay? To have the nice things that life has to offer. That's totally false. It's totally false. Okay. Ignorance of this art has made the world a battlefield and penitentiary where blood and sweat alone are expected, when it should be a place of marveling and wondering, right? What are we marveling and wondering at? We marveling and wondering at all that we can create, right? Because we co-creators with our mind. We marveling and wondering at the law of attraction, about manifestation. We marveling and wondering at the sky, right? The birds, the trees, the clouds, everything. We marveling and wondering at this beautiful universe, right? We're not living in fear. We're not scared. We're not scared every single day. We're not being controlled, right? We free. All right. Man must consciously direct. Okay. He calls things not seen as though they were. He calls things not seen as though they were. Romans 4:17. Right inner speech is essential. Oh, did I just do this part? Oh, yeah. Speech is an image of mind, and mind is an image of God. Speech is an image of mind, and mind is an image of God. Hermetica, Volume 1, page 231. On the morning of April 12th, 1953, my wife was awakened by the sound of a great voice of authority speaking within her and saying, "You must stop spending your thoughts, time, and money." I like this part, y'all. You must stop spending your thoughts, time, and money. Everything in life must be an investment. Okay? To spend is to waste, to squander, to lay out without return. To invest is to lay out for a purpose from which a profit is expected. This revelation of my wife is about the importance of the moment. It is about the transformation of the moment. What we desire does not lie in the future, but in ourselves at this very moment. At any moment in our lives, we are faced with an infinite choice: what we are and what we want to be. And what we want to be is already existent. But to realize it, we must match our inner speech and actions to it. Okay, we must be vibrating on the same frequency of the things that we want, right? Vibrating on that same frequency. So to match that frequency, to match that energy, you have to assume the wish fulfilled now. You can't wait until you have what you desire, right? That's as backwards kind of. You have to assume the wish fulfilled now. You have to align with that frequency, right? So it can be attracted to you. You got to be a vibrational match to the things that you desire. And once you are a vibrational match, you'll have those things, right? Because they'll flow to you easily and effortlessly. And you can become a vibrational match, not by doing things, right? Not by doing a whole lot of things, simply by changing your mindset, elevating your mindset. Wealth is a state of consciousness, right? Okay. Let me find where I went. Okay. And what we want is already existed. Okay. If two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father, which is in heaven. Matthew 18:19. It is only what is done now that counts. The present moment does not recede into the past. It advances into the future to confront us, spent or invested. Ooh, did y'all hear that? It is only what is done now that counts. The present moment does not recede into the past. Okay? It advances into the future to confront us, right? So we will meet again, basically, right? We will meet again. Your thoughts, you will meet them again. It advances into the future to confront us, spent or invested, right? We know if we spending, we're wasting. If we investing, we got a return waiting on us. If we spending energy, we wasting. If we invest in it, we having a return. Yes, Barb, definitely an MOC for me as well. And it's so crazy because I read this last night and I didn't catch it the way I just caught it right now. I really caught it right now. I love it. Okay. It says thought is the coin of heaven. Thought is the coin of heaven. Money is its earthly symbol. Because money is just paper. Money is energy, y'all. That's it. It's as simple as going into a computer and changing a few numbers, right? Thought is the coin of heaven. Money is its earthly symbol. Every moment must be invested, and our inner talking reveals whether we are spending or investing. Okay, our inner talking, our vibration, our frequency, our disposition, our attitude towards ourselves and other people. Be more interested in what you are inwardly saying now than what you have said by choosing wisely what you think and what you feel now. Okay? Don't beat yourself up about the past because it says it don't recede into the past. They go into the future. Yes, Barb, definitely. Right? People spend their lifetime stuck in the past, right? Stuck in the past, complaining about things from the past, bringing up situations from the past. Thought does not recede into the past. It meets you in the future. Okay? So be more interested in what you are inwardly saying now than what you have said by choosing wisely what you think and what you feel now. Anytime we feel misunderstood, misused, neglected, suspicious, afraid, we are spending our thoughts and wasting our time. Okay? Listen to those emotions, right? Lower vibrational emotions, low vibration. Anytime we feel misused, neglected, suspicious, afraid, right? Angry, paranoid, we are spending our thoughts and wasting our time. Whenever we assume the feeling of being what we want to be, we are investing. Okay? Whenever we assume the feeling of being what we want to be, we are investing in our future self. We cannot abandon the moment to negative inner talking and expect to retain command of life. We cannot abandon the moment to negative inner talking and expect to retain command of life. Before us goes the results of all that seemingly is behind. Not gone is the last moment, but oncoming. My word shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the things whereto I sent it. Isaiah 55:11, right? This came straight from the Bible. My word shall not return unto me void unless you spend it, right? If you don't invest it, it's going to be void because it's not going to be a return on that investment because you didn't invest it. My word shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Isaiah 55:11. The circumstances of life are the muffled utterances of the inner talking that made them. The word made visible. The word, said Hermes, is son, and the mind is father of the word. They are not separate one from the other, for life is the union of word and mind. He willed us forth from himself by the word of truth. James 1:18. Let us be imitators of God as dear children. Ephesians 5:1. And use our inner speech wisely to mold an outer world in harmony with our ideal. The Lord spake by me, and his word was in my tongue. 2 Samuel 23:2. The mouth of God is the mind of man. I love this part. Listen. The mouth of God is the mind of man. Feed God only the best. Okay? The mouth of God is the mind of man. Feed God only the best. Right? We are God. God is within us. Right? Whatsoever things are of good report, think on these things. Philippians 4:8. The present moment is always precisely right for an investment. To inwardly speak the right word. The word is very near to you, in your mouth and in your heart, that you may do it. See, I have set before you this day life and good, death and evil, blessings and cursings. Choose life. And that's Deuteronomy 30:14-15. Okay? You choose life. You choose life and good and blessings by being that which you choose. Like is known to like alone. Make your inner speech bless and give good reports. Make your inner speech bless and give good reports. Man's ignorance of the future is the result of his ignorance of inner talking. MOC. Man's ignorance of the future is the result of his ignorance of inner talking. Right? We have control. We have some power, y'all. His inner talking mirrors his imagination, and his imagination is a government in which the opposition never comes into power. If the reader asks, what if the inner speech remains subjective and is unable to find an object for its love? The answer is, it will not remain subjective, for the very simple reason that inner speech is always objectifying itself. What frustrates and festers and becomes the disease that afflicts humanity is man's ignorance of the art of matching inner words to fulfill desire. Inner speech mirrors imagination, and imagination is Christ. Alter your inner speech, and your perceptual world changes. Alter your inner speech, and your perceptual world changes. Whenever inner speech and desire are in conflict, inner speech invariably wins. Okay? So you can hold the desire all you want, but if you don't truly feel and think that you can do it or have it or attain it, inner speech invariably wins because that's your subconscious, right? Because inner speech objectifies itself, it is easy to see that if it matches desire, desire will be objectively realized. Were this not so, I would say with Blake, sooner murder an infant in its cradle than nurse unacted desires. But I know from experience, the tongue setteth on fire the course of nature. James 3:6. Okay. Woo, woo. That's it for that chapter. That was awesome. If you took value from that, go ahead and drop me a 444 in the chat. If you took value from that chapter 5, Awakened Imagination, the coin of heaven, right? All about investing and not spending, right? invest those thoughts wisely because they come back. You meet them in the future, right? You get what you really get what you want ultimately. But a lot of people are not manipulating their mind in the right way. Thank you, Queen. They're not manipulating it in the right way. They holding all of these negative frequencies and all of these negative vibrations, and they experiencing a lot of negative. And we live in a negative society, right? So it's normal. Unless you really actually have somebody in your ear, like a positive P like me, in your ear, like, hold up, you got to change that, right? My family might be sick of me by now because, like, I'm totally different than I was a year ago when it just comes to my mindset, the way I think about things, the way I think about challenges and obstacles and problems. Like, nothing is an issue. Nothing is ever an issue. We have so much control. We have so much power. And we just learning more and more and more things that we can do to make this thing work for us, right? Now, through this book, the imagination, right? You putting that imagination to work. The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, we learned a lot about the power that we had, right, from within. But this book, Awaken Imagination, digs even deeper into that power, right, and actually how to use it, what to do, right, every single night as you falling asleep. Don't fall asleep in your present space unless that's where you want to be. Fall asleep wherever you want to go, right? Fall asleep somewhere in your imagination, on the beach, right? It's fun to me. All of this stuff is really fun. It's really interesting to just figure it out, to just figure it all out, see how it worked for me, and see how it's working for y'all. I love that y'all are feeling so much more positive, feeling so much more secure, feeling so much more in control, right? In control of things because you have so much of it. And just feeling so much more positive, like having a zeal for life, right? Just not thinking, oh, it's COVID time, the end is near, right? If you holding that thought in your mind, the end is near, maybe the end is near for you, right? But if you somebody like us, the end is not near, right? We only getting started. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of something beautiful. So yeah, y'all, we're gonna get back at it tomorrow with chapter 6 and then chapter 7 the next day. My birthday is Thursday. So, we got a chapter 8 in this book too. Let me see. 6, 7, 8. Yep, we got a chapter 8 in this book. So, yeah, we'll probably be reading this book throughout the rest of this week, which is fine. And then next week, we're going to start this book. Okay? Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. And so this book, it says, when you think like a monk, you'll understand how to overcome negativity, how to stop overthinking, why comparison kills love, how to use your fear, why you can't find happiness by looking for it, how to learn from everyone you meet, why you are not your thoughts, how to find your purpose, why kindness is crucial to success, and much, much more. So I'm super, super excited to jump into this new book next week. I'm super grateful for y'all getting up with me this morning, getting up for yourselves this morning, sticking to your morning routine, holding yourselves accountable. I am your sister in love. I am your sister in light. Y'all protect y'all energy today. Protect y'all peace. Thank you, Miss Barbara. You have a super fantastic day as well. And you be super, super blessed as well. And I will be back with y'all tomorrow. I love y'all so much. And listen, our I am for this morning says, my life has a purpose. We all have a purpose, right? And your purpose is different than my purpose. Your purpose is different than somebody else's purpose. Figure out what your purpose is. Figure out what moves you, what drives you, what makes you happy, what you can, the thing you can do the best with the least amount of effort. Okay. The king had a moment of clarity, right? Thank you, king. The thing you can do with the least amount of effort. That is your purpose. And your purpose is unique. Your purpose is special because we were all planted here, right? We were all seeds planted in this universe. Every single seed that's planted does not grow the same, right? And they're not expected to. So why are we? Because we hold ourselves to that standard. So free yourself from that standard. Be who you are. Be unique. Be free. Live in your purpose. Live happily. And so do that for yourself. unapologetically, so you can continue to attract the things that you truly want and desire and live your heaven on earth. Okay, because I'm living my heaven on earth, right? It don't matter what nobody say. It don't matter what nobody think at this point. I'm me. Okay, I am me, and I love y'all. So have a super, super, super great day, and we'll be right back at it in the morning. Bye, YouTube.